Hello friends, welcome to part 3 of the React email that we need to do. So let's install the types here. So this way we would be able to, let me copy this, and we are going to install the types. So we go to the terminal, we're going to paste it as one line, and we are going to say enter. This will install the next, so we wouldn't have any problem for next coming forward. We close it. So yeah, this has been installed with zero vulnerabilities, so we won't see any problem with next. Now here we have next API request. These are the types that we need to mention, so they are included next.types. So here we would have, looks like we may have to install the types as well within the package. So this is changing it to next.types. And when we come back to next types, we'll skip this one. This one looks like it's going in the loop. It is asking for next dot types. However, this one is trying to, this the error for next dot types is trying to say try to remove this and try to make this next API response request, which do not, which give a circular error pattern. So let's see how we can resolve this. So cannot find module and its corresponding declaration. So let's copy this and let's take it to ChatGPT, and we would say here PennyWize 3, right? This is going to be PennyWize 3. So let's paste it here. We would want to it says that we would want to make sure React DOM is React Next.js is installed, and then instead of types you use the next. So here we would have these two. So let's have this one. So let's do number one, make sure you have next.js installed. So we would do that. Let's go to the code base. Let's have next React DOM, next React, so next.js installed. So we have that running. It's taking them some time to load. In the this is loading. What we can do in the meantime, we can address other problems. One is this one, and this one is more about types. So let's see what solution we come up with. That one, Next.js is installed. So we accept this, and this can be nullable. So depending on what are we passing here, it can be nullable, and then we can change this to next and accept this. This will solve our problem. Now this one is, this error is gone now. Okay, so that's a good step here. Now next is for us to go to this HTML part. This is mostly, I think, because it needs to have the JSX, right? So it's saying it needs to have HTML email head preview body. So React email components conflict with the built-in HTML type of React DOM, so we should alias the import to avoid the conflict. I accept it and accept here as well. And then we see the email HTML. This one is also associated with the JXS. So let's see what we can fix that one with. Okay, so it's going back to HTML, and I would do is accept this one and this one and this one. So again we'll come to this. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Copilot is doing some certain round trips. We wouldn't want that. So let's first get the HTML. So copy this and send it to Copilot. So we solved that one. Now this one is coming, and then we have sent the code, and then we are seeing an error message. So let's see the error message till the time ChatGPT is answering those questions. So let's see what we have here. We have this error message. So here the error message says HTML cannot be declared. So here we can then send it across. So I'm seeing certain suggestions happening here. What the suggestion says, closing tag not email HTML. The closing should be HTML, and then pick our undefined, use hex strings. So in emails weeklydigest.tsx, so it says in the weeklydigest.tsx we need to change this. So here it tells us to import React components, and then over here the body starts. Within the body it is telling us to do all this containers and then HTML. So we can copy this code. Let's see if that helps us. And what we'll do here is we have this Control A, Control V. We do not see any error message as of yet. It is yet to come. So it gives you, let's copy this one. This is the error message we are seeing. So the first one, the HTML one, right? So let's look at ChatGPT, what they have to say about it, and then we would okay. Install pin types. So it's a dev, and then in the ts config emails.json and slash emails we need to have this. Okay, and then So let's understand this. You're hitting React types mismatch. React email components is built against React 18 types, and your project is likely on React 19 RC or has types React 19. So do we have that anywhere? React at the rate 19. Let's see. Control C. Let's confirm that over here in our search. No, we don't have any area which says React 19. The combo makes JSX component types like HTML failed with the error you see. Pin to React 18 types for the email package. If your app uses React 19 next 15, keep that. Just make the email code compile against React 18 types. Easiest to install React 18 types and point to email tsconfig to them. So install pin types dev. So we are going to install this. We need to go to the terminal and we are going to install them. Paste. So we were able to install that vulnerabilities, and then later on create a separate tsconfig emails.json next to emails folder or in emails folder. So let's create a tsconfig emails.json. So let's see where we can put it. Tsconfig in the emails folder. Let's do it in the emails folder. This one, tsconfig emails.json, and then in that JSON we are going to copy the JSON and we're going to paste it here, and then run your email builder render step, a script that's called React email render on this config. So let's copy the code in the bash, and then it is TypeScript compiler -p tsconfig email.json no emit. So that no emit will tsc. So we are, it is saying bash tsc command not found. So this one, let's come back to this first, but first we need to install tsc, I think TypeScript compiler. So we'll install TypeScript. Number one, install TypeScript locally on your project. So we need to install TypeScript here. Yeah, so let's have it installed, and then later on this gives you node modules .bin .txt okay, it has been installed. So this should give us node modules. In your package.json add no emit. So scripts, within scripts we have a package.json, right? Let's look at that. Do we have a package.json? Yeah, package.json scripts. We have the scripts, and within scripts we should have type check tsc no emit. So we can have that here. Is that the only place we have this? Yeah, that's the only place we have it. So let's comma add one more field, and we have type check no emit. Okay, and then now run npm run type check. So now we have npm run type check. So let's run this. Then we have Global install, I think let's prefer the global install. Let's see what we can do with that one, because type checking is giving us an error. So this is complete. This error we need to copy for the global check. So copy this, and here we are going with this. Let's see what ChatGPT. The error happens because they have tried to install TypeScript globally, so it doesn't have right permissions. That's common to macOS. You don't actually need to globalize it. It's cleaner and safer locally in your project instead, and avoid permission issues and keep versions isolated per project. From your project root, run this one. So npm install bash. So from your project root, this is, yeah, we need to run this npm install. Yeah, it got installed. Okay, and then it will put tsc in mode modules dot bin slash tsc. That will put tsc node modules slash bin dot tsc. There should be a tsc. Yeah, okay, that is there. Now you can now then run it with npx tsc no emit. So let's run this. Okay, and add a script in package.json. So we are in package.json. The node modules. Let's close this. There is a package.json. In that we have script. Within this we need to copy this one. Actually, let's add the whole script, the script stack, and I think we already have it. I already have package.json, and then this one is going to add it. So you're in React 19, it's typed for React 18, explode. Keep React 19, add a tiny shim for React email components. So you're going to add this. Option A. So let's do this. npm install React email. So let's control V. npm React email components, React email render, and it's installing. It's installed successfully. I don't see any vulnerability. Add a shim file to your repo. So it should be example types. So within types, we need to have the React component d.ts. Yes. So within the types, what I can do is create a new file, and this file will have the necessary code. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here, and then we are going to go down, ensure tsconfig.json includes the types folder and DOM libraries. So tsconfig.json. Now let's see where we have the tsconfig.json. This one should have compiler option JSX React JSX 2021 DOM, and then for option A, my tsconfig.json is already, I have it. So this is the tsconfig. Please update this file. Okay, so let's see how this is perfect. So now here it's telling me to have this updated version. So copy code. It tells us ensure React 1819 JSX runtime bugs. DOM APIs needed to React component emails, prevents mismatch React 1819 from breaking the build, pulls in Node.js type definitions, make sure the shim file is seen and give you earlier, and then you need to npm run build, should now allow HTML head etc. So let's see. So we copied this. Now we have pasted here. This has changed the file. We do not see any errors here, and we are not seeing any more HTML CSS errors as well. So now this one, we need to see if we can fix this one. Now let's see the next one. The next one does not give us the quick fixes, so let's first copy this part and then take it to ChatGPT, paste it here, and then we'll copy the error message that we are seeing. So content type, argument of type attachments. Oh, so we need to go again here, argument of type attachments. See, here we have a fix. So let's see before we can do if Copilot can help us with this. Okay, these are the attachments. Okay, that has reduced our content. Yeah, it has created a buffer type, and then it has worked on that. Then property message doesn't exist, so we need to declare the property here. Let's do that. That has introduced the error any, so we need to get those any ESLint errors cleared out. Then reference project, this one is talking about tsconfig.app.json and tsconfig.node.json. So these errors are talking that must have a setting composite is equal to true and may not disable emit. So we have to fix this one. So here it says in the tsconfig.compiler options, make sure no emit true is not present or set to false. So we need to close it and go to tsconfig.json, and here no emit. So this one is something that was happening before as well. So let me confirm this. These are the two error messages we are seeing. This is regarding my okay and disabled, and then here if you see no emit, we do not see no emit. So let's ask ChatGPT on this. Control C, and we will take it across there. Control A, Control V, and we are going to paste the two messages that we are error messages we are seeing. So this one is associated with that, and this one is also very similar. I think it does not have, it used to have before, but I think now it has been modified. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say. So here TSCon, you want to keep it. So it says you are seeing this because TSC-B uses project reference, and only reference projects must be composite true and must not disable emit is illegal there. Emit is equal to true is illegal there. Here are working configs for the white React app that keeps your option A shim and lets TCSB run cleanly. Root, you already have this, keep it. So tsconfig.json files updates. So we have this tsconfig.json, that is the same file we have. Number two is the tsconfig app.json. So let's have the tsconfig.app.json here. Yeah, then Control A, Control V, and then that reduces that app.config problem. And then it has tsconfig.node.json. So let's have that tsconfig.node.json. We have that. and that removes the one problem with amp.json declaration wise, right? And then we would have the component dts in the types, so we can go back to the types and source and types, and within this we have the react email, control a control v, and then we have this, and then what we need to do is the key fixes are this: both rendered, if you are not emitting declarations is happy because emit doesn't isn't disabled. If you don't actually need project reference array, and build change your build script to just type checking, so copy but your current setup with reference will work fine with the config support. So and then so we have only this one problem, and that is the declaration one. Okay, so that resolves the problem. Now let's have this everything committed before we make more changes. Major, so we would say major change, to components react email. I think this fix needs more time. We can continue on the next video on this one. Let's commit this. We have committed these 9,000 changes because we installed a lot of things and we tried to make fixes over there. So I think that fixes a lot of problems that we had encountered in the last video, and also we had gone through the cycle of updating the TS configs as well as the changes. So let's have this committed. I can see there are 9,000 files, so it will take some time to commit. Another way, oh, it's got committed now. Let's see. Another way we can check is the GitHub, or we can say deployments. We don't see any new deployment step or deployment triggered. We still have that commits going on, so let's wait for this thing to get done correctly. Okay, so guys, let's stop here, and let's 408 we are seeing a git command. Let's stop here and let's finish this merge, or let's continue with this in the next video. Right now I think due to internet issues we might not be able to commit it correctly. This is not what we want at the moment, but let's leave it to it and let's continue in the next video. Thank you so much for being in this video, and we'll continue our quest with React emails in the coming next series of videos. Please subscribe, stay tuned, and visit the website and log in for the advanced features so that you can reap the benefits of the changes we are making. Thank you.